Lightning Strike Radio Show.
Personally, I'm an independent, and I voted on both sides of the aisle in my days.
Basically, Ken is saying that he is bi. So you got to.
Oh, you're killing me.
You got to take that into consideration, folks. Okay. Right. Now he's getting red in the
Michelle
face.
Alfano is actually
he's trying to change the subject.
Yeah, I'm totally changing it.
Sundays at 9 a.m. on WCPT 820 a.m.
Think Theory Radio.
Dr. Hande Ozdinler, she is a neuroscientist, but also an artist.
It seems that the larger we go, like, the galaxy, the sky, and then also as small as we go, right? The nanostructures, the atomic interactions or cellular interactions, there is so much resemblance. Like there is a secret or there is an unspoken symmetry.
Think Theory Radio with Damian Perdue. Saturdays at 6 p.m. on WCPT 820.
WCPT replay.
We have Maria on the line from Chicago.
I'm so impressed with how you and everybody on WCPT are able to stay sane with all the chaotic nonsense that comes out of the White House and all the violence and all the crappy things that's going on around us, and how you are still able to be a voice for us, because WCPT is my go-to when it comes for information, news, etc. Because I don't trust the government anymore, which is sad. It makes me sad as an American citizen. It saddens me to say that.
You and me both. Thank you, Maria.
Thank you for listening to my rant.
You're very welcome. The only place where you went wrong was assuming that all of us here at CPT are still sane. But we'll have that discussion another day.
Keep listening to WCPT 820 because facts matter. Welcome to Choose Views with Richard Chu. Get ready to dive into a world of insightful conversations and thought-provoking discussions.
As progressives, our job is to have an all-inclusive, full-on assault with all of our players.
A show that focuses on moving our political, social, economic, gender, and cultural conversation forward.
And all of our players means all of our players.
It's Choose Views. And now, here's your host, Richard Chu.
Good morning, WCPT peeps. How you be? This is Michelle Peltier, filling in for our beloved Richard Chu, and we are flying by the seat of our pants today. I actually kind of love the pressure. Keeps things interesting, right? I am with my darling Henry today. Good morning, Henry.
What's up, everybody?
How you feeling?
It's early. But we're here. It's fine.
I know, but you know what? I'm happy. You know why?
Why is that?
Because your hair is down.
That's crazy.
I love it so much.
I appreciate it.
Yes, I do too. I do too. Listen, like I said, we're flying by the seat of our pants this morning. But I'm here. You're here. I hope you stay with us for the next 2 hours. I'm happy and always honored and excited to spend some time with you guys. And the lines are always open, 773-763-9278. Okay, 773-763-9278. I should know that number by heart, right? So the lines are always open. Here's the thing, though. Let me see. I can't see anything. Here it is, the board that has the callers on it. Okay. I am knocking stuff down. See, this is not my home. I'm trying to be respectful because I'm a guest. and I am tearing stuff up. Do you hear what I'm saying? Listen, there's so much going on, right? There's just so much going on, and not a lot of it good. So I kind of, let me back up. So you know who I am, right? I'm Michelle Peltier, but I'm also the co-host of the Family Meeting that airs on WCPT every Sunday from 4 to 6. Eric Grant is the host and the man with the plan of that show. I'm his, as I always say, I'm his Ed McMahon. I'm the sidekick. Just like I am kind of here. You know, I'm the backup. I'm the black up, as Frangela says. I'm the black up. Yes, yes. Okay, so it's the 15th. It's April 15th, people. Did you do what you had to do? Are you still working on it? Are you working on your taxes while you're listening to me now? Go ahead. Let's get her done. Let's get her done. If you've done them already, yay, I'm so proud of you. But if you haven't, you still have some time. So, or get that extension, get the extension if you need it. Because it's so crazy here. I mean, they might put us all in jail if we don't do our taxes, right? I'm not sure about anything anymore. Okay, 773-763-9278. So, let's take care of some business real quick, shall we? Today on Live, Local, and Progressive, Joan Esposito will be joined by David Lehman, former Providence, Rhode Island news anchor, managing editor, and political commentator for RIPBS. Oh, Rhode Island PBS. Okay. And Spencer Critchley, author of Patriots of Two Nations, and host of the Dastardly Cleverness in the Service of Good podcast. Live, Local, and Progressive, weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. Central on WCPT AM, heartlandsignal.com. And tune in. And you know you're listening to Choose Views. I have some clips to play, but I'm going to wait to do that for a second. I want to, I want to talk to you a little bit about, last time I was here was in January. It was the beginning of the year. And so that time that I was here, I looked to see what had happened between the time before. And so I did it this time. And oh my God, there's so much crap that has been going on since the last time I was here. So I thought if you will indulge me a little bit, I'll just read the January list. And then maybe tomorrow we'll do the February list. And then on Friday. Oh yeah, I'm here till Friday, by the way, you people. That's important. That's important. Oh, and you know what? We have some great guests today. I forgot to talk about that. We have our good friend Kurt Mullett from Hoosier Blues 63. And we also have, and that's at the 7 o'clock hour. And then we have Dr. Dartis. He is the, he's with this National Minority Health Month, first of all. And he's the Vice President of Outreach and Engagement at Truth Initiative. And actually, when I was reading his information, I'm so interested to talk to him about the tobacco industry and why black people were a huge target for them to poison us, I guess. I don't know. I mean, we just can't get a break. All right, so let me give you the rundown of just a little bit of what has gone on since my last time here, filling in for Richard. And this is just in January. I mean, there's some good stuff, but mainly crazy. So Zohran Mamdani was sworn in, so that's good. And that was January 3rd, U.S. forces arrested the president of Venezuela and his wife. January 7th, protests spread across the United States following the killing of our beloved Renee Good by Immigration and Customs Enforcement officer. January 17th, the protest occurred throughout Greenland and Denmark over DT's threats to annex the territory. Did you forget about that, people? That happened. Then on January 22nd, the United States formally withdrew from the World Health Organization because, who cares if people are healthy or not, dying of disease, and, they don't care. Right. And then another horrible, horrible murder on January 24th, the killing of Alex Preddy. And that's January.
That's insane. That was just 1 month.
Right?
That's insane.
This is why I was telling someone the other day, I said, we are a country suffering from PTSD. And this is what he said to me, which I never thought about. He said, we're not at the P yet, though. It's not post.
Yeah.
We're still in traumatic.
Traumatic stress. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it goes on every single day. And I'm going to talk to you about how I'm handling it. I've talked about it a little bit the last time I was here, but that was so long ago. We can go visit. Because I think I've perfected my system.
Oh, for sure.
And so we can talk about that. Let's take a little break because I'm sweating profusely.
Yeah.
Give us a call, 773-763-9278. We'll be right back.
Hey, Progressives, it's Richard Chew, host of Chew's Views weekdays 6 to 8 a.m. Central. We're all anxious for the 2026 midterm election to arrive so we can restore some sanity and much-needed oversight to our government. In fact, it's the most important midterm election in American history, and Chew's Views will be in the thick of it, bringing you candidate interviews on a regular basis. I'll be talking to Democratic Party hopefuls running for House and Senate at the federal and state level, as well as candidates for governor and other state and local offices.
I am in love with our ability to fight for our rights, to fight for our future, to fight for our freedoms, to fight as our ancestors fought. It's just our moment. This is just our time to stand up and to speak up. We can't give up on this.
If you miss any of the interviews live, you'll be able to find them all on WCPT's Candidate Interviews page at heartlandsignal.com/candidates. That's Choose Views weekdays from 6 to 8 a.m. on WCPT, Chicago's progressive talk for 20 years.
The best words to hear at the TSA security checkpoint? You're good to go. All it takes is a little preparation. Get to the airport early. Bring a carry-on bag that fits in the overhead, and have an acceptable ID. Not all state-issued IDs will cut it. Check out tsa.gov/ID and see which TSA acceptable IDs make the grade, like a real ID or passport.
Before you jet, do a little prep, and you're good to go. Check out tsa.gov/ID or the MyTSA app.
All right, son. Time to put out this campfire.
Dad, we learned about this in school.
Oh, did you now? Okay. What's first?
Smokey Bear said to.
First, drown it with a bucket of water, then stir it with a shovel.
Wow, you sound just like him.
Then he said.
If it's still warm, then do it again.
Where can I learn all this?
It's all on SmokeyBear.com with other wildfire prevention tips. Because only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
WCPT 820, Chicago's progressive talk, where facts matter.
It's Chew's Views. Richard Chew is taking a well-deserved break. Filling in for Richard Chew, it's none other than Michelle Peltier. Take it away, Michelle.
That's my boo, Devin! That's a new one. I like that one.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. So, I know that Richard does a question of the day, and I'm going to throw it out there. I've been told that I have the right to change my mind. But for right now, and listen, I'm so glad that it's you and I here today, because this question has to do with kind of what we were talking about the last time we were together.
Oh, boy.
And the manosphere. And,
right. Okay,
because that's still bothering me.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So the question of the day is, there seems to be a discrepancy about masculinity and what it means to be a man.
Mm.
What do you think the difference is between how this regime defines masculinity and what we as this Choose Views community thinks of masculinity.
Ooh, okay.
Is there a way for us to bridge that gap? And what do you think we can do to make that happen? In fact, if you think there is a bridge to gap.
Okay. I like it.
Do you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is it? Okay. All right. All right. I mean, I have to tell you, and I don't feel like people are listening to me. Because I think we should be really worried. Because here's what's happening in my mind right now. All this crap is going on with DT and this crazy... we can't do anything about it. Right? I mean, yes, we can make our phone calls. We can protest. We can, have our meetings and strategize and all of that. But I am not getting my panties in a bunch over this. We need to be on YouTube so I can use some expletives.
Yeah.
But I just really think that I now think, especially after Easter, Henry, that he's doing some of that stuff on purpose because he likes to see us in turmoil.
Oh, for sure.
It brings him pleasure.
Yeah. I mean, that's like his brand is like...
Yeah, but I mean, he really, really likes it.
Yeah,
I mean, to portray himself as Jesus, he had to know that was going to just inflame everybody. And how you going to talk bad about Pope Leo? What? Come on now. Just stop. Anyway, so I have been able to not let it consume me anymore. I keep present and I am aware of what's happening. I think it's important that we all do that, right? Because if we don't know what's going on, we can't combat it, right? We're not going to stick our head in the sand and wait until it goes away because there's still things that we can do. But I am not getting my blood pressure up. I'm not getting angry. I'm not going to pull my hair out. I'm not going to scream on the phone because we can't do anything about it. And so I suggest to the listeners out there that if you are just so stressed and filled with anxiety about where we are right now, give yourself a break. Just breathe. If you pray, pray. If you meditate, meditate. If you run, do something to take your mind off of it and then release it. Release it in such a way that you can be informed, but not consumed and overwhelmed by all of the bad news that's out there. Spend time with your friends and family and your friends that have become your family because focusing on this nutty man only gives him, it just feeds his soul. It's what he likes. It's
literally what he wants. I feel like. I mean, that's like the
I
purpose.
do too.
Like,
I do too.
If he doesn't have his name like in the headlines every day, like then he is sad.
Well, he panics because he doesn't. I don't think he cares if it's positive or negative.
No, I don't think
reactions
so
or reinforcement. I mean, he loves both.
Yeah.
I think he loves them equally.
Yeah.
Which is why he got a crazy. What did they give him? An eagle? That trophy?
Oh.
That they just pulled out of their behinds and said, here's a trophy. We love you. And every year we're going to give this away. To who? For what? About what? What's happening?
Oh, Mercado's telling me that FIFA gave him an award as well.
Oh.
Shout out.
FIFA, Las Vegas. Let's do some Choose news, shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay. It's actually good news, too. So, Mackenzie Scott, the ex-wife of Jeff Bezos, is doing it again. The billionaire philanthropist has made a $70 million unrestricted donation to Meals on Wheels America, the nonprofit organization that provides meals, social connection, and safety checks to more than 2 million seniors and homebound people across the United States every year. The donation comes as 1 in 3 local Meals on Wheels providers has a wait list, with seniors waiting an average of 4 months for services. Scott's gift will allow Meals on Wheels to strengthen its network of more than 5,000 community-based programs and reach more seniors with food, care, and human connection they need to live independently. Ultimately, success means more seniors are able to access the support they need to live more nourished, independent, and healthy lives, said Christine Templin, the organization's Chief Development and Marketing Officer. The $70 million gift is just the latest chapter in one of the most remarkable philanthropic stories in modern history, and that's the truth. Since 2020, the early Amazon employee and ex-wife of Jeff Bezos, worth $41.1 billion, has donated $26 billion through her giving vehicle, Yield Giving, having already given away 46% of her net worth in the past month alone. She donated $7 million to Minnesota's Red Lake Nation College and $42 million to Elizabeth City State University, pushing her HBCU giving past $1 billion. She's also given $436 million to Habitat for Humanity, $90 million to tropical forest conservation, and $84.5 million to the Girl Scouts and Forbes. Now, and Forbes now ranks her the third most generous philanthropist in the world. I should have looked up to see who the first two were.
Let me pull that up.
Do you know? Let me tell you, I don't, while you're looking that up, I do not begrudge anybody and how they make their money and how much money they have. However, how much is enough? And why don't you share? You know, why can't more of you be like Mackenzie? I mean, you notice Bill Gates' ex-wife does the same too, doesn't she? She gives away a lot of her money.
I'm hearing from Mercado in the back. We got Bill Gates, George Soros, and Warren Buffett.
Of course.
Yeah, you know.
Bill Gates, he's, yeah. I know. 773-763-9278. Mercado is the man. He's back there working.
Absolutely. Shout out to Mercado.
Yes, shout out. He's the greatest cheerleader, too. Anyway, so yeah, I do think, and I do honestly believe this with all my heart, Henry, these billionaires can end all of the tragedy going on in the world. They can end homelessness. They can end hunger. They can end it all. Disease, you know, maybe with one check.
Like, honestly.
I mean, so what are they doing? They're buying rockets. All these phallic symbols are just, I don't even.
Says something.
It does, doesn't it? I mean, honestly, it's just insane. Give us a call, 773-763-9278. But yeah, give money. I am a poor woman. I'm a poor black woman. And I donate money all the time.
Yeah.
Because there are causes out here that need help. And let me tell you, people who think that you want to give and you think that $1 or $2 isn't enough, that's wrong. Let me tell you, every dollar matters. So if you want to give to an organization that feeds your spirit, if you don't have time to volunteer, give a couple of bucks. I'm telling you, $2, $5, $10, you know. There's a reason why when you get all of these freaking texts from politicians that they go that low, because it matters. It all adds up. So I will get off my soapbox on that one. And thanks to Mrs. X Bezos, because she's amazing.
True.
And you know what? I have to really give her some kudos for her HBCU donations.
Ayo, we love it.
Yeah. You know she has a relationship with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's rad.
Yeah.
Did she go there?
I want to say, I think so.
Okay.
Let's look that up.
Figure that. Yeah. Instead of speculating.
I know. And while you're looking it up, let's congratulate. Those of you who listen to Richard every day already know that the show has expanded into, it's Minneapolis, right? Yes, in Minnesota. So let's talk about him for a minute. Because let me tell you, good news travels fast. I mean, bad news travels faster, but good news travels fast. And this is a good show. And this show reaches people, places we probably really don't even know. And for it to be opened up on another progressive station in another state is amazing. So congratulations to Richard Chew and Chew's Views, you guys. I mean, it's all your hard work and the fact that he cares and the fact that he's changing the world one conversation at a time, which is my particular motto. So, hey now, let's do it. You have the answer to the question?
I do, but we're going to give it to the audience after this commercial break.
Oh, we're having a commercial. Okay, we'll be right back.
Take every road by storm and feel the exhilarating performance in a brand new Porsche from the Porsche Exchange in Highland Park. Browse and test drive our extensive selection, like the 2026 Porsche Macan Electric. Right now, lease the 2026 Macan Electric for only $1049 a month for 39 months. Discover performance like no other when you visit the Porsche Exchange in Highland Park or PorscheExchange.com. $9,999 due at signing for qualified buyers. Excludes tax, title, license, and doc fee. No security deposit required. Expires 4/30/26.
Are you looking for more in this world? Are you ready for something bigger? Then we are looking for you. The big-hearted, the bold, the messy and the gutsy. The teachers, the growers, the builders. The skilled, the sharers, the change makers. We need you. We are the Peace Corps. In more than 60 countries, we go all in and all out. We are volunteers, partners, communities, working together, living together, bringing our experience, passion, and joy to building a better world together. From tackling climate change in Mexico to keeping kids healthy in Kenya, from sustainable farming in the Philippines to education in Kosovo. We learn more, give more, share freely, and serve boldly. Are you ready to tackle the tough stuff? To go the distance to make a difference? Then we have a place where you belong. Join us at peacecorps.gov.
Let's take a moment to breathe. Deep inhale. Extend your spine. Remain focused on what you're doing. If safe to do so, exhale slowly, leaning to one side. Inhale back to center. If safe to do so, exhale slowly to the opposite side. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. This message is brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
You're listening to WCPT 820. Here's the latest Chicago weather update.
From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. We'll see a few scattered showers and thunderstorms here for today with cloudy skies and a high into the mid-70s. We'll have winds out of the southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 25. Then for tonight, a chance for showers and storms, cloudy, a low near 62. Thursday, a chance for rain showers and thunderstorms, cloudy skies, high of 70 degrees. That's your latest Chicago weather update.
Currently, it's 69.
This is WCPT 820, where facts matter.
It's Chew's Views with Richard Chew. Filling in for Richard Chew is Michelle Peltier. So sit back, relax, let's all have a good laugh with Michelle. Take it away, Michelle.
So what's this new music, Henry?
We get bored sometimes, so we gotta switch it up.
I like it a lot.
Yeah,
And we're back, people. 773-763-9278. I know I seem a bit wound up this morning, and that's because we're riding by the seat of our pants. So, forgive me if we both sound a little wired, because we are.
Absolutely.
Let me take care of a little bit more business. People always ask us what they can do to support the work we do here at WCPT and Heartland Signal. As always, the best way is to support our sponsors and to tell them you appreciate them advertising with us. But if you're on Facebook, there's another way. You can now subscribe to the WCPT 820 and Heartland Signal Facebook pages. The subscription is just 99 cents a month.
What? That's insane.
We will have some special offers for our subscribers coming soon. So visit us, WCPT 820 and Heartland Signal on Facebook, and hit the subscribe button. Come on now, 99 cents. I might start my Facebook page up again just so I can get that subscription.
With a deal like that, who couldn't?
You sound like such a great advertiser. Okay. I got a couple of clips to play. They're random because I'm rambling this morning. But I think that they are significant and they matter. And look, I am really conflicted about talking about the Swalwell situation. Because, you think you know somebody, right? Yeah. People got demons and stuff going on in the back.
Yeah, they do, unfortunately.
And did you hear that it was public knowledge that he was creepy like that?
Oh, well, yeah, really?
Yeah, his staff even said that the
it was just like an open secret kind of thing.
Yeah, you know, like us here in Chicago and R. Kelly.
Right. Okay. Right. Yeah. Everyone's like, yeah, that dude's weird.
We knew R. Kelly was a horrible person. When I first moved here, I don't think the court case was going on because this was over 20 years ago.
Right.
But the tape was out.
Okay.
At that time, people were selling the VHSs because that's what they were on. I'm dating myself. They were selling them out of the trunks of their cars.
That's so funny. That's so rad. I love a good hustle.
I know. You could get them anywhere. And don't ask me how I know. I just know that was a thing. So anyway, what's he saying? I need him in here so I can see him. So, yeah, I don't. So, yeah, the Swalwell thing is very, 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 very disappointing. And this is a lesson for all you egomaniacs out here who are beloved and doing shady stuff on the side, shady stuff, and you're hurting people, but your star continues to rise. Your ego is going to tell you can keep going. Keep going. They love you. You can do anything you want. But let me just tell you something, and know this to be true. He's the prime example of it. Karma will always come get you. Always gonna come knocking on that door. It's only gonna let you go so far. I'm not quite sure why karma hasn't hit DT yet.
One of these days, maybe.
I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah.
But
Elmer
anyway.
Connell just said, yeah, karma got Kanye West before it got Trump.
That's right.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, Kanye's black, so.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We always get it first. Actually, I don't know if he thinks he's black anymore.
I don't know if he wants to be black anymore.
Right. Exactly right.
That's...
Did you see what they did in the UK? They canceled his concert.
Oh,
Let me say something. The difference between them and us, do you know why they canceled him? Because of his statements about Jewish people and wearing swastikas. And they made a declaration saying that they will not welcome anybody who hates Jewish people into their country.
You know what? That's what a bold stance. What a very bold.
Come on now.
That's crazy.
Right?
Good for them.
What a big difference. We're like, come on. Because he's been in New York, right?
I think so.
He had 2 sold out shows.
Mm-hmm.
Because people don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. And I don't know how much those tickets were, but they were expensive.
Yep.
So.
Hey, shout out to the UK. I also arrest their pedophiles in power, too.
Thank you. See?
You know what?
Their king and their queen and maybe stealing the taxpayers' money.
Right.
But at least they...
at least they hold their own accountable sometimes.
Exactly right. So since I brought up Swalwell, let's listen to AOC.
Obviously, Representative Swalwell resigned, and then Mr. Gonzalez did. Do you think it'd be fair if there would be like a swap of like Ms. McCormick resigning and then Mr. Mills?
The problem. That's not okay, because that is on this whole idea that we can find and determine expulsions and guilt based on political horse trading. I want to be clear, what happened today with Tony Gonzalez was disgusting. because those allegations and that case and that reporting has been hanging out there for months. For months. You have to ask yourself what changed today that he gets to resign today as opposed to last week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. And the difference was that they were waiting on some political horse trade of a number. When someone is committing abuse, they should be out. It doesn't matter whether a Democrat had resigned or a Republican resigned or some horse trading. If you are guilty of this stuff, that's it. You know? And like, I just, I think it's really dispiriting to a lot of these people that come forward or families of survivors. This is a young woman who died, you know, and it's sad. These people deserve justice, and you know, it's really heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking to see it. I'm glad that we're here. I'm glad that we've gotten to this point finally, but it shouldn't have taken this long.
Thank you very much, Congresswoman.
And she's absolutely right about that. Shouldn't have taken this long. You know, when I talk about the manosphere and that kind of thing, something else that weighs heavily on me is the future of the relationships between men and women. I mean, there was already a divide, right? Because we have trouble communicating with one another in the first place.
Boy, do we sometimes.
But now we have this, I don't know, was this thing, this interloper, I don't know what we would call it, that's infiltrated normal human relationships, right? You have these men on this one side who think women are just disposable. We're trash. You know, we're here to breed.
Yeah, like literally.
To please them in every way.
Yeah.
And
that's it.
And have no life.
Yeah.
Right? We're just here to be. And there are young men right now who actually subscribe to that. They believe it because of the Tate brothers. And I mean, there's this documentary on Netflix called, I think it's called The Manosphere. You haven't seen it otherwise?
I think I've actually seen clips from that randomly. Like that's the one where they like interview all the like the fresh and fit people, like this,
yes,
like all those, yeah.
And there's this one scene where, and I can't remember, I don't know his name, but he's getting a BJ from a woman, and he filmed it, and he's showing this to the guy who's the documentarian. And the guy's looking at it, and he's looking at him, and he's saying, "Why are you showing me this?"
Yeah, that's where my mind went to. I'm like, okay, why?
He said, "Because I just thought you want to see it.
Man, check it out, see what happened."
And so I read an article that said that there is this need for male approval.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Amongst this group of men.
Yes, absolutely.
It's not. It's borderline homosexual, but not really, right? But it's like
it's like a weird, like the women that they like theoretically are whatever, like that doesn't matter. Their approval doesn't matter to a certain extent. It only matters to get male approval later.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So we're in this real weird space of time where up is down and down is up. And I mean, it's just crazy. And it honestly, it sometimes keeps me up at night. That's how worried I am about it. Because the world, if men and women can't get along,
it's not going to be a good, it's not a good place for anybody.
It's not a good place. I have a friend who has a daughter who's 23, and she just got out of a relationship because he was a Tate Brothers guy.
Unfortunate.
And so, of course, he treated her like crap. He was in and out, and love bombing, and then you B word, and then love bomb, and you C word, and and so
that's
she
wild.
was. And I am so proud of her because a lot of women that young don't know that that's not supposed to be that way,
right? Or don't
right.
You just kind of get stuck. You're like,
right,
whatever, yeah.
Right? Because I'm in love.
Yeah,
I'm in love, whatever that means. So, she decided to break up with him. They broke up. And she told her mother, I'm just going to be by myself for a while. I'm just going to.
Good for her.
Yes, and she lives downtown by herself. She loves to knit.
Hell yeah.
And she cooks and all of that stuff. And so she enjoys her own company. This is what's going to happen in larger and larger numbers with women.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, let me just tell you women, let me tell everybody, first of all, everybody needs to be comfortable with who they are and learn to enjoy your own company.
Mm-hmm.
It says a lot about you as a person if you don't.
It's the person you spend the most time with in your life.
Exactly. So learn to like yourself, spend time with yourself, take care of yourself, get massages, all that stuff. But anyway, and I'm old and I forgot my thought. Do you remember what I just said?
Yes, but women.
Oh.
Yeah, everyone needs to love themselves. Everyone needs to be comfortable with themselves.
So this young woman is doing, because she has strong stock. She's got strong mom, strong father, and so she's okay. But what men don't understand is this is not the Stone Ages any longer.
Yeah,
women can do and for themselves,
like literally,
right? And so those roles are not the same anymore, unless you want them to be.
Yeah.
Both of you.
Yeah, unless women are like banned from the workplace.
Right,
which,
but unless a man and a woman decide that one can stay home, and I'm not even saying it necessarily needs to be the woman.
Yeah, either way.
I know a lot of house husbands.
I mean, as much as I love working, I wouldn't mind necessarily if someone was just like, Henry, you know what? You don't got to go to work today. Let me.
Right?
Yeah, Mercado's saying the same thing in the back. He's like, he just wants to be Mr. Mom for his daughter.
See, and you can. Mm-hmm. You can. You can see him. You can see him. I can't see him. I saw him when he moved his head up. Is there any particular reason why that sign is up there?
Yeah, it's a nice backdrop.
Okay. 773-763-9278 is our number. Now, you guys hurry up and call because we have guests the next hour, and I want to talk to you. Where are you at? Give me a call. 773-763-9278. We will be right back.
This is a WCPT moment in labor. In the summer of 1909 in McKees Rocks, Pennsylvania, the workers of the Pressed Steel Car Company went on strike due to missing wages. 5,000 workers, mostly immigrants from Eastern European countries, walked out. They protested a corrupt payment system called pooling. The workers also claimed their wives and daughters were sexually assaulted in order to repay debts accumulated for food and housing. On average, one worker would die every day from the poor safety conditions. The workers received solidarity from the International Workers of the World, Standard Steel Car Company of Butler, and the railway trainmen and streetcar motormen who refused to haul scab workers into the city. The strike culminated in a bloody confrontation resulting in the deaths of at least 12 workers and one deputy sheriff, with many more workers injured. This led to a settlement which gave workers increased wages at a posted pay rate and ended the abuses of the company's housing practices. This has been a WCPT moment in labor. We're working for your rights.
For the longest time, it was hard for me to even get out of the house, much less do a backside 180. It took me a bit to understand what was going on, but eventually I learned I had anxiety. Now I'm getting help for it and feeling so much better. Sure, some days are better than others, but the whole thing about getting out of the house, that's not really an issue anymore.
Mental health care is working to see what it can do for you at mentalhealthcareworks.org. A message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
A tree can be a warrior, battling global challenges with greater courage. A tree can be a solution, cleaning our air, supporting our communities, and protecting our wildlife. A tree can be noble, growing hope in every corner of the world. That's why now is the time for trees. Millions of trees. Join our planting movement at arborday.org.
This is WCPT 820, where facts matter.
It's Chew's Views with Richard Chew, where thinking out loud is encouraged. Give us a call, 773-763-9278. Filling in for Richard Chew Day, it's none other than Michelle Peltier.
I can't help but giggle every time. You know what, Henry? I heard a commercial that you did.
Oh, yeah. I do some every once in a while.
I mean, you guys are amazing. Come on, you do everything over here.
We like to keep busy.
Okay. Listen, people, so Henry just pulled up the text for me. So if you guys want to text, if you don't want to call, you can text to 773-763-9278. I would love to read some messages from you because that would be kind of cool. But let me just tell you something. This text thing that I'm looking at, I can figure it out kind of, sort of, but it seems a little confusing. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, so let me talk about what's, you know what? Let's repeat the question of the day. I should do that, shouldn't I? What do you think the difference is between how this regime defines masculinity and what we, meaning the Choose Views people, think of masculinity? Is there a way for us to bridge that gap, and what do you think you can do to make that happen? It goes back to what I was talking about earlier, though. And I'm joking a little bit about it, but it is something that really bothers me. And this is coming from a woman who, I don't have children. I have people who claim me as their mother, which makes me very happy. I consider these young men that I work with my children here, which is a blessing and absolutely wonderful. But I think it's a problem that needs to be addressed. I think we need to talk about it. I think that those of you who are parents of especially teenagers, that you need to pay attention to how they speak, how they interact with the opposite sex, because I think we're in danger. I think it's a serious problem. I think we are underestimating the power and influence of these influencers. I mean, they're everywhere and they have millions of followers. And these people are emulating them, starting their own YouTube channels. And so it's just breeding, right? It's just growing and growing and growing. Are you not going to talk to me, Mercado?
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't know I had the green light. It's funny, though, because you bring up the influencers. I think the big issue, though, is consequences and ramifications. You have somebody like Joe Rogan who could just go on and for years has been the main leader of it. I mean, platforming these guys.
Yes.
And then on top of it, being able to just say, well, I'm just a dumb comedian. I'm just a dumb jock. I just sling sex jokes for a living. I just call human cockfighting, as McCain said, even though I love MMA. The idea is that you have the power and you could say all these different things and platform people, but then get away from any of the responsibility or consequences and make even more money from Spotify and YouTube.
It's true, right? And so you have Joe Rogan. Tell me about Nick Fuentes.
Oh my goodness!
Where did he come from? How did he get such a big platform?
It's the Charlie Kirk-isms of debate me, bro. It's the women only have emotional responses, so it doesn't matter if it's a calculated, perfect thought. I could just go, oh, you must be that time of the month, isn't it? It's also just this idea that saying the most outlandish things can get you views and clips and clicks, but these are the same people who then feel threatened when you threaten their way of believing or how they interact with their audience. And it's that weird push and pull. It's the people who there's this. I don't want to give him a platform, so I don't recall his name, but he was saying that no progressive liberal is tough enough to meet him in a cage or boxing ring. And then you just see the flooding of it. And then he started blocking a lot of the guys. Well, then some lady progressive MMA fighters started to say, well, we're the same height. We could do it. And it's an ego thing for men to not want to be pushed back. Look, I come from like you talk about the strong women. I'm a Latino. So it's all strong Latino.
You
Latino
know what
women.
I'm talking about, yes.
My wife is a professor at a college here in the state, in the local area. Mm-hmm. I have a daughter. This idea that you can literally hate half of the population you might want to, date half the population that might be your coworkers. Just this weird. And, Henry and I see it all the time because we'll be getting calls from across, Richard's show has expanded so much. You get calls from Florida, California, and just a different type of way people treat women. It's like, do you not have a mother? But then let's
sister, a daughter, a cousin.
Christy Nondo, Pam Bondi, Lauren Boeberts, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Tulsi Gabbard. Just start going down the list of women who actively have done things, have held policy, have platformed people that have hurt women themselves.
Did I tell you I loved you today?
I love you. The boy's back.
And that's another thing that we need to examine is our women who follow that. Don't forget your are the women who follow that path. I'm curious about them. I don't know anybody like those women, but they're always the first to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you notice that,
yeah.
they're the ones that you can get rid of first.
Exactly.
You can get rid of early.
Exactly.
I want to thank Ricardo for coming in here. It was great.
Yay.
We got the whole team today.
Absolutely.
I want to know how old his daughter is.
She's a few months. 11 months.
Oh, she's new.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
Yay.
Oh, that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love them when they're new.
Yeah. I didn't know she was 11 months already. That's crazy.
Gonna be a year next month?
That's
Shit, Taurus or Gemini?
Gemini? Okay.
You're in trouble. Geminis really are two people. My mother was a Gemini, so honey, get ready. But she's going to be a ball of love and wonder.
Absolutely.
All right, y'all. 773-763-9278. I'm excited. In a few minutes, I get to talk to Kurt, my friend. I consider him a friend now because every time I'm here, I get to talk to him.
Absolutely. Kurt's great.
He is really good. And I looked at his Instagram, and I'm going to talk to him about some stuff that he said on there the other day.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm looking forward to
hell
it.
Yeah.
Should we go to break, or we got a few more minutes?
We got a second.
A second?
Yeah.
Do we have enough time to play my other clip?
Yeah, let's play. Actually, that's perfect.
Let's do that. This the one with Reverend Warnock.
Can this be normal? How can people of goodwill not be appalled by such rhetoric?
The first ever U.S.-born pope is now openly challenging the war being waged by the other most influential American on earth, President Trump. Pope Leo XIV tweeted, quote, "Those who pray are aware of their own limitations. They do not kill or threaten with death. Instead, death enslaves those who have turned their backs on the living God. Enough of the idolatry of self and money, enough of the display of power." He even took the extraordinary step to call on people to contact their elected leaders to advocate for peace. A Trinity College Dublin professor told MS Now the Pope's appeal to people to call their representatives are, quote, the equivalent of the nuclear button for the Vatican.
The war must have a just cause. In other words, it can only be used to protect innocent lives. It also needs to be waged as a last resort. The criterion of the just war is that you don't have wars of choice. Wars of choice, by their very definition, are immoral and cannot be waged and cannot be justified. The just war doctrine also goes further than and says, even in a just war, not everything goes. And so there must be great care taken to protect civilian populations, to protect civilian infrastructure. And so by that just war doctrine, again, going back thousands of years on now, any kind of threat to annihilate an entire civilization so that it can never return again, there's no way that can be squared with any understanding of the just war doctrine. When the Pope speaks, he speaks to the conscience of people. He's not appealing to people's political ideologies. He wants to raise something that's more fundamental, and that is what's going on in the American consciousness, what's going on in American society, what has happened to our politics that such a rhetoric, that such a threat can be seen as normal. These are the things that the Pope wants to raise. So he's not interjecting himself directly into a political debate, The Pope wants to do something that's far more fundamental, and that is to say, what has happened to our politics that such rhetoric can be normalized, that can be excused, or that political leaders aren't moved to a concern about this kind of rhetoric. I think that's the kind of thing that Pope Leo wants to put before us. He's not trying to interject himself into a political debate. He wants the political debate to be about how can this be normal? How can people of goodwill not be appalled by such rhetoric?
So that that was quite profound. That wasn't Reverend Warnock, but it was a priest who was on MS Now having that discussion. And I think it's important that we realize what's happening here. And those people are doing God's work. You know what I mean? And not just because he's a priest, but those are the people we need to speak truth to power. We all should do it, but the people like that need to be as in as many spaces and places as they possibly can. I have a text, but we got to go to break right now. We'll be right back, guys, with Kurt.
Woo.
A loved one owns a gun, and for a while now, you've been concerned about their behavior. They're just not acting like themselves. They've been distant, they've been unpredictable, they've been lashing out. They've been saying things that make you worried they might harm themselves or friends or family. Or you're worried this loved one might hurt you. Maybe they recently threatened someone with their gun. You know something needs to be done, and you wish more than anything you could hit pause on this situation. Well, here in Illinois, you can, with a firearm restraining order. In extreme cases, this order temporarily prevents a person in crisis from having a firearm, giving them time to heal before they do something dangerous or even deadly. If you are worried about a loved one in crisis who has access to a firearm, learn more about firearm restraining orders at illinois.gov/pause to heal. A public service announcement brought to you by the Illinois Department of Public Health, Brady, and the Ad Council.
For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need, delivered when and where you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
This is 820 AM, WCPT Willow Springs, and streaming worldwide at WCPT820.com. We are Chicago's progressive talk, where facts matter. Now, your WCPT 820 weather update.
From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. We'll see a few scattered showers and thunderstorms here for today with cloudy skies and a high into the mid-70s. We'll have winds out of the southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 25. Then for tonight, a chance for showers and storms, cloudy, a low near 62. Thursday, a chance for rain showers and thunderstorms, cloudy skies, high of 70 degrees. That's your latest Chicago weather update.
Currently, it's 68.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we know you do things your way. So why shop the same retail giants as everyone else when you can easily find the trusted farm essentials you need at unbeatable prices? Like $2 off new Purina horse feed, 15% off Shepherd brand wheels, casters, and floor protection, and assorted Gibraltar mailboxes are on sale 20% off. Plus, come visit us at the Midwest Horse Fair April 17th through the 19th. Tickets are on sale now. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
How serious is youth vaping? Irreversible lung damage serious. 1 in 10 kids vape serious, which warrants a serious conversation from a serious parental figure like yourself. Not the seriously know-it-all sports dad or the seriously smart podcaster. It requires a serious conversation that is best had by you. No, seriously. The best person to talk to your child about vaping is you. To start the conversation, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Computers are a wonderful tool, but every day children are sexually solicited online. Protect your kids online. Visit cybertipline.com. Help delete online predators.
This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
You're listening to WCPT 820, because facts matter.
It's Chew's Views with Richard Chew on WCPT 820 AM. Filling in for Richard Chew, it's Michelle Peltier.
And we are back. We're going to talk to Kurt in a minute. Kurt, hold on. I want to read this text from Jill in Evanston that just came through. I'm so excited. I figured it. Well, I didn't figure it out. They showed me how to do it. Okay, she says, my daughter was at BU when Fuentes was there. She told me there was this guy who was conservative and mouthing off, and the students were calling him out on his comments, and he left and left because he was being prickly.
That's a nice way to put it. Perfect.
And had made news on conservative stations on how he wasn't allowed to say what he wants. The students said what they want, what you want, but don't expect not to be challenged. That's what the students were saying. So good for them. Good for them. I do find it quite interesting when Charlie Kirk was alive and he was spouting all of those crazy facts about black people, how we murder everybody and how most of us are in jail.
Right.
And I don't know why somebody didn't ask him, what's the point?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, what's the point?
Yeah, Mercado's got it right. I think money.
I mean, but come on. Yeah. Anyway, let's put my friend on the phone. Kurt.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
How are you? I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm good. Glad to be here.
Good.
It's hotter than anything, but I'm happy that it's warm. So yeah.
We've had some crazy weather come through here, so humidity's high.
Yeah. I think our spring was 3 weeks ago when it was beautiful and perfect, and then it snowed. I think that was our spring. I think we're going to go straight into summer. So listen, my friend.
So how you been? You staying out of trouble?
I'm living the dream.
You causing trouble? You staying?
I'm living the dream. It's always wonderful when I get to sit in for Richard and then talk to you. I think that every time that I have subbed for him, you and I have been able to have a conversation, and that makes me happy.
I think so too, and that makes me happy too. So that makes me feel good that Richard trusts me and you together, and that we won't burn the house down. So, and
it could have been a risk. You never know, right? You never know. Never know.
Well, but he put his faith in us. So
yes.
We'll come through for him once again.
So listen, I want to talk to you about. I was on your Instagram page. And and listen, this is something that I have thought about for a long period of time. You extended it, and that's mental health. Mine was healthcare. And so I want you to expound on that conversation that you were having with me and your other listeners about mental health care and why it's evaporated, how that happened, where that came from.
Well, I like going to topics and digging into the past and finding out exactly why we are in the situation we are in today. Because even though there are some things that happen immediately from decisions, a lot of these things have been on a path for a long period of time. Okay. Mental health is a perfect example. My piece was about, and I did a couple pieces on Instagram and on my Substack and what have you, is Reagan is actually the one who started the destruction of mental health or killed mental health. Jimmy Carter's always looked upon as being an incompetent president and not a good president. And if people really sat back and looked at what Jimmy Carter did,
right, because that's definitely not true.
It's definitely not true. Jimmy Carter was a great president. He was just put in he was slapped in between two Republicans. So come on, who's going to thrive between Nixon, Ford, and Reagan? Okay, but Jimmy signed the let me get this straight, the Mental Health Systems Act in 1980. And it funded community health centers in cities and towns across America. It was designed to treat people before crisis level was reached. It was designed to enhance mental health, care for people in this country. Reagan, one of the first things he did, he targeted it. And this is what Republicans do. If you look through the last 40, 50 years at least, Republican presidents come in and they target policies or acts or agencies, whatever, that were created by Democrats because they don't agree with the ideology or they're jealous or whatever the case may be. And this was a perfect example. Reagan targeted Carter's Health Systems Act, and he basically defunded it by about 80%. And immediately people were thrown out into the street. The clinics were not funded. They were closed down. Hospitals were defunded, and people were pushed out the door. And our crisis, exploded at that time and has gotten to the point to where we are today, where it's at. And they keep defunding it. This last military bill, he's even, budget that he proposed, he's even stripping more funding away from mental health. I mean, it continues to get defunded. And then they sit back, and this goes on in many different situations. They sit back and say, well, we got a mental health crisis, or there's a gun shooting, and they blame it on mental health. At the same time, they've stripped away funding for mental health for decades. So they're creating their own problem. It's like they want to create this problem because, they don't have anything else to do if they don't have the problem that they create, because Republicans are horrible at creating policy for American citizens that help them, because that's not what they do. That's not in their mindset. But one of the things when I was doing the information or gathering the information is that in mental health facilities and illnesses, or let me back up. In American population, schizophrenia affects about 1% of the population. Among the homelessness now in this country, it affects 25% of them.
Yeah.
So our homeless problem is a mental health problem far more than it is anything else.
Yeah.
And why did this occur? Because Ronald Reagan defunded the best mental health bill ever put forth in American history. And it's just shameful that's that people don't know this type of information. But we can't know everything, and there's so much going on. There's distraction and all these other things. But thank you for bringing that up, because I appreciate that. That's something that needs talked about.
Well, and
I have a need.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
No. I was just going to say I have a niece that has Down syndrome, so mental health is part of my world. I understand people that are in need, and we should be taking care of our people, not taking care of the rich. Take care of the people.
I agree. I agree. So I'm gonna. No, we're not done with it, because I want to expound on it, because I did some research of my own, because I was under the impression that Reagan did all this bad stuff, but I'm going to give him a pass. But I have a story to tell you really quick. So Jimmy Carter was my first vote for president in his second term. And I knew immediately that I was going to be a political junkie, because I was dating a guy at the time who was a Republican. And when Jimmy Carter lost, he called me and he was laughing on the phone. He said, "You guy lost." And I broke up with him in that moment. So this stuff means a lot to me. And I didn't know it until that moment. So, Anyway.
It's crazy.
It is crazy. So
people show their face.
I know they do. And, I want them. I want to know who you are. I want you to be who you are, but you don't need to be in my orbit if you're like that. But so just, always speak the truth.
Yeah.
But the other thing about I was thinking about, Kurt, was, and I thought that this was Reagan who did it, but it wasn't, was the taking away the not-for-profit status of healthcare or hospitals.
Oh, okay.
And that was Richard Nixon. Did you know that?
I hadn't dove into it that far, but no. But it sounds right. I mean,
Yeah, it was, I'll tell you, it was the HMO Act of 1973 signed by President Nixon. This law encouraged the growth of HMOs and allowed for-profit entities to manage care, aiming to control soaring costs through market competition. So that's how that's how we got here.
Yeah. So I have to back up. I did know that. I just didn't know that in the way that you presented it. Basically, how I knew it is that is the point when health insurance became profitable.
Yes.
So
yes.
Yes. That was actually that was done by Richard Nixon because just like tuitions and other things in this country, at one time we helped people with so many of these things. We took care of people. You want to go to college? Hey, we're going to try to make it tuition free. Healthcare, we're going to try to pay for your healthcare. Yes, healthcare in this country used to be nonprofit. And look at where we are at right now. So, yes, I did know that. Thanks for bringing that up too, because that's something that I should have talked about that too. But
no,
I
but
I don't like Nixon, but I really don't like Reagan. He's like, and I got friends that think Reagan is like, the second coming of Moses or whatever. And I'm like, oh my God. He destroyed more things, and he's responsible for more of our problems today than any other individual.
He really was, wasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. If you look at everything that guy did, just first major tax break to the wealthy. I mean, he's the one that was handed the first mandate for leadership manual from the Heritage Foundation. So this guy, bad actor, man. Bad actor, So couldn't make it on Hollywood, so he had to come to, come to politics.
I think it says a lot about us as a country, though. That we're so easily seduced. You want to hold on? Because we're going to take a real quick break, okay?
Absolutely.
I think there was something else I'm supposed to say, but let's go to break. We'll be right back.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GRAVY25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code GRAVY25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code GRAVY25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
In 1776, we defied a corrupt king, and the America we love was born from that defiance. Now it's time to do it again. America is in crisis, but patriots across the country are standing up to save her for ourselves and our posterity. Show your support with the No Kings lapel pin, a 1-inch by 1-inch standard American flag lapel pin embedded with our No Kings symbol. So much better than that tacky red hat. It's a subtle but powerful way to say you've had enough of wannabe dictators and you're doing something about it. Every day, keep our movement going by wearing this pin that clearly says what freedom-loving Americans are thinking. There are no kings in America, and there never will be. Go to store.politicalvoicesnetwork.com That's store.politicalvoicesnetwork.com. Get your No Kings lapel pin now.
As farmers and ranchers, stewardship of the land comes naturally. Your work keeps our water clean, improves the soil, and enhances wildlife habitat. It also provides countless benefits, not just for you and your family, but for millions of Americans who depend on this region every day without even realizing it. Thank you for being stewards of America's prairie for all of us. Take a moment to find out how conservation pays. Visit conservationpays.org.
Alexa, play WCPT.
WCPT from TuneIn.
It's Chew's Views with Richard Chew. Filling in today for Richard Chew. Co-host of the Family Meeting, event planner, and champion for democracy, Michelle Peltier.
And we're back. Tomorrow on Chew's Views, I'll be in here again for Richard with guest David Groucho, Assistant National Policy Manager with USDA's Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service, Plant Protection and Quarantine, and Evelyn Sheen, author of Choosing to Lead Against the Current, the Courageous Operating System for Change Makers. It'll be a pre-recorded interview that Richard has, and I don't know if you've ever had an opportunity. I know you have. I'm not talking to you, Henry. Listen to his pre-recorded interviews, but he does a great job with those too. He does a really good job with those. And one more thing before we go back to Kurt, because I want to ask him something else. Shout out to 708 area code. I got another text, and it says, Michelle, it seems like the GOP does what Robin Hood fought against. They take from those that need and give to the rich. Yes, yes, and yes. Okay, Kurt, we're back.
Hello.
Hi. Did you hear what I just said about that last text? That's true.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spot on. Yeah.
All right. Tell me what else is going on in your neck of the woods.
Well, let you know. I know we have limited time here, but let's talk about this treatment of women thing. This male thing that you've talked about a little bit this morning.
Let's do, please.
Because you might not be familiar with my beliefs and who I am, and some of the people that follow you and listen to you might not know, but a lot of Richard's listeners do, because I've talked about enough that I'm a feminist.
Yes.
I have a 32-year-old daughter. I was raised by, I had two parents, white privilege. We had a great home, 8 kids, Democratic family, 3 brothers, 4 sisters, wonderful mother. I model myself a lot of who I am, comes about from my mother. I was very close to her, even though I was number 7 of her 8. We were very close. She taught me how to cook. She taught me how to love. She taught me how to cry. She taught me how to appreciate people, all of those things.
Yeah.
And let it be known that it was acceptable, and that's what makes a true man.
Yeah.
And I feel like what we're seeing today is insecurities from all of these men who run around calling themselves alpha males, because they're being threatened because women are finally starting to have a bit of a voice.
Yeah.
And we're not there yet. There's so much work to do.
Mm-hmm.
But they're threatened. They're fearful. They already come from a place of insecurity and self-doubt. So now that they see women gaining power and having a voice and speaking up, and men are actually starting to be held accountable. And again, we're only touched the surface of this. We have so much further to go as far as making sure that this thing gets taken care of. But I'm a firm believer. If a man is accused of sexual assault or sexual abuse or misconduct with a woman, immediately should be investigated and charged appropriately if there's facts to be found or validated. We have to listen to the women. We have to start believing what they are saying. it takes a lot of courage for women to step up and to bring out these allegations because of how our society has been from the get-go. And I'm not going to get real deep into this, but when you look at society and the history of mankind, okay. And again, I don't want to offend anyone, but God has always been in the presence of a man. Okay, It's not a woman. Okay, and I know the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, Holy Ghost. Why wasn't it Mother, Son, and Holy Ghost? Okay, well, I mean, and again, I don't want to offend anyone.
I don't know why that would be offensive, though.
Yeah, what? But it will be, because I've done this long enough. I know. Anytime you say anything like, "Oh my God," blasphemy. No. What if God was a woman? What if God was a woman? I mean, but our society.
If God was non-binary.
Yeah. What if God was non-binary? Exactly. I mean, but we have to put a gender to it. We have to, and our country. Let's just look at the history of our country. We were born with male dominance, with the alpha male mentality, with the white supremacist male being dominant. I mean, women were looked as as subjects to their male superior. Blacks were 3/5 of a human. I mean, this is how this has always been.
Yeah.
It hasn't been until just recent where women, just in the last 100 years, women were allowed to vote. Women were allowed to sue for rape. Women were allowed to get, credit cards. Marital rape was still legal.
There was no such thing as marital rape. Come on now.
I know, but I think it was 1993 when finally marital rape was illegal in all the states.
Yeah.
That's how recent that has taken place.
Yep.
So, but this alpha male thing is all about insecurity. And I do agree with, what was said earlier. I do agree that there's money behind this thing too. It's a business, it's a way to come on TV and say, "Hey, you need to take this alpha male 1,000, protein powder after you work out, and it'll bring, Doug Flutie and I can't remember the other guy, former White Sox player that pushes it, I mean, build your testosterone. Become a man.
I know.
Send in your $499 and we'll send you a 2-month supply. And you too can become an alpha man. I mean, it's like, this is what we live in right now. So,
I know. Let me ask you a question. Have you watched that documentary that I mentioned, the Manosphere thing, I think it's called?
No, I haven't. I will try to. I've heard about it. People have told me to. I don't. Maybe I'm viewing it wrong. If it's a documentary about a bunch of guys sitting around pounding their chest, I'm not going to watch it. But
no, it's a smarter than that. But it's not must see TV by any means. But there was a part in it that I found really, really interesting. So one of the main characters, if you will, his mother came to see him, and they were talking, and this is what he said: "I know, Mommy." Okay, I know, Mommy.
Yeah.
And I said, I had to rewind it. I was like, did he say Mommy?
Yeah.
And his voice went up an octave. Okay, so that told me everything I needed to know about that young man, right? He's mad at his mother, so he's mad at all women. And, I mean, America, we in danger, girl. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, it needs to change, and I think we're slowly getting there, but we have to keep the pedal to the metal. We have to keep doing this. I mean, it's just like Eric Swalwell. People are like, well, what is the allegation? It doesn't matter. We have to change the narrative. We have to allow accusations when they come forth. And you being a black woman from, how long has this been going on in the black culture? How long have black people come or not been able to to bring forth allegations of abuse or whatever the situation may be, you know, and been ignored. I mean, this has to change. You know, we cannot allow people to continue to just be, you know, abused and suppressed and treated like you know, property or that, you know, they're not worthy of having the same type of life as everyone else. It's just not right. So
I think that you know, demonizing people who are different, the other is what makes it easier for other people to treat women, people of color, you know, badly. Kurt, I'm getting the break signal. We gotta go. I'm so happy we had a chance to talk today.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad that we did.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. You take care of yourself.
You.
Yeah, I appreciate talking to you. It went really fast today.
It always does, doesn't it? You know?
It does.
So
It does.
We got to get together and sit down and have a cup of coffee sometime.
I would love it. You have coffee, I'll have wine, and we gotta go. We gotta go. Thank you, Kurt. Have a good week. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
We'll be right back. I love that. He's a good egg.
Whoa there! Where do you think you two are going? This is a union-only job site.
Hi, we're from ABOC, a leading business and labor union bank founded over 100 years ago in Chicago.
Good to know. We only let union members on this site.
ABOC was founded by labor union members. We have union leaders on our board and union employees to this day.
Okay, you've got my attention.
As you know, labor union banking requires experience and expertise.
Tell me about it.
Hi there. Labor unions get the advantage of our oversight and regulatory experience.
Get to the good part.
Hundreds of labor unions trust ABOC for their banking, including treasury management, investments, and construction loans like this one.
You worked on this job?
We sure did.
Just ask your boss.
Okay, why didn't you say so? Come on in.
Thanks.
Hey, don't forget your hard hats.
Trust ABOC, the bank for labor unions.
Hey, learn more at ABOC.com. ABOC is the brand name for Amalgamated Bank of Chicago. Member, FDIC.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
I think my biggest challenge was getting through to him to understand that love is real and you have goals in mind, you have things that want to happen, and I want to help you get there.
Sometimes people tend to shy away from wanting to adopt teenagers because they feel like they've lost so much, but there's still so much to gain.
Just knowing that there's just that other person that cares and loves me out there, it feels great. And they've done so much for me, and I can only be appreciative every single day for just having them in my life.
I think it's been the best decision because I gained a son, and he's the best son ever. If I was down and out, he'd be there.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to WCPT 820. Here's the latest Chicago weather update.
From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. We'll see a few scattered showers and thunderstorms here for today with cloudy skies and a high into the mid-70s. We'll have winds out of the southwest of 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 25. Then for tonight, a chance for showers and storms, cloudy, a low near 62. Thursday, a chance for rain showers and thunderstorms, cloudy skies, high of 70 degrees. That's your latest Chicago weather update. Currently, it's 66.
Chicago's Progressive Talk, WCPT 820, where facts matter.
It's Chew's Views with Richard Chew. Hey, that's Michelle Peltier, but it's not Sunday. Must mean she's filling in for Richard Chew. Take it away, Michelle.
I'm taking that home. I love that so much. Come on, y'all. What? Okay. I am so looking forward to this conversation that we're about to have, Henry. We're going to have Dr. Kendric Dartis. He's the Vice President of Outreach and Engagement at Truth Initiative, America's largest nonprofit public health organization committed to preventing youth and young adult nicotine addiction and empowering quitting for all. We have him on the line, don't we? Dr. Dartis, are you there?
How are you doing, Michelle?
I'm great. Yes. I'm great. How are you today?
I'm doing well.
I'm looking at your handsome picture on your website. Come on now.
Oh, you're so kind. You're so kind.
No, you're so cute. But anyway, let's talk about what we're here to talk about. Let's get into it. Tell me how you are how you're preventing or trying to prevent nicotine use from our young people. And yes, let's talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. So here at Truth Initiative, as you indicated, we are the nation's largest nonprofit, really dedicated to nicotine addiction and prevention. And so we've been doing a lot of research over our last 25 years as an organization and really have been really grounded in equity work and really creating opportunities in prevention campaigns and on treatment campaigns to really hit the disparity head on. We initially created an opportunity for us to really engage because we understood the impact that the tobacco industry has had on America, particularly in how the tobacco industry historically has targeted African American communities. So big tobacco targeting of the Black community has been a long and well documented history. The industry strategically targeted Black communities for decades, especially through the marketing of menthol cigarettes. And so this includes flooding Black neighborhoods with ads, placing promotions in Black media, and even sponsoring cultural events like jazz and hip-hop festivals. And so the impact has been devastating, and we're seeing the effects of the industry talking today because Black Americans have one of the highest prevalence of smoking amongst all racial and ethnic groups. Black Americans are also face higher death rates from tobacco-related causes and greater health exposures from secondhand smoke. About 45,000 Black Americans die from smoking-related disease each and every year, Michelle, and 72,000 of those are diagnosed with tobacco-related cancers, and of those, 39,000 die annually. And so we understand the impact, and we understand that tobacco is a social justice issue because the harm is not evenly distributed, but more so as a result of targeted practices and systematic inequalities.
So, Dr. Dartis, am I pronouncing your name correctly?
You are.
Okay. May I call you Kendric?
Yeah, please. Actually, I prefer that.
Okay. I have a question for you. Why was the Black community such a big target? Why was it a mission to get our community addicted?
I believe that when we look at disparities, African Americans typically have a higher growth of what they are contributing in regards to workforce, in regards to stressors, community inequalities. And I think it was just an easy target for them. And so what we've done is really created opportunities to really address those disparities, right? And African Americans, particularly Black Americans, have a history, understanding that slavery, and particularly tobacco fields, in regards to crops around that. So we have a history with tobacco in itself, so we understand that at Truth Initiative, and so we really have been dedicated to really addressing that. Particularly though, menthol cigarettes and menthol.
What is it about menthol? Yeah, I'm curious about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So menthol creates cigarettes easier to start, and they're harder to quit. Menthol creates a cooling effect that masks the harshness of smoke and making it easier to start, of course, especially for young and new users, right? So it makes them palatable. At the same time, it can enhances nicotine's addictive effects and makes it harder to quit. And so because of targeted marketing, this has been disproportionately impacting the Black communities where menthol use is especially high. More than 80% of Black smokers actually use menthol cigarettes, Michelle, and compared to around 43% overall.
80%.
80%.
Wow. So how does this, what about vaping? Is that in the same kind of family?
Yeah, it absolutely is in the same kind of family. We see different effects from that. So we have seen a rapidly evolving, increasing complex nicotine landscape. So many young people are increasingly using multiple nicotine products at once. And so vapes, cigarettes, and how nicotine pouches now, and hookah. In fact, a new Truth Initiative report that we have done revealed that more than 45% of youth and nearly 53% of young adults actually who use e-cigarettes in the past month are actually using at least one product like cigarettes, cigars, and nicotine pouches. And so we know that they're dual using. Products are also becoming stronger, Michelle, in nicotine content, more discreet and more appealing, coming in a variety pack of flavors and of course, a new smart vaping devices, which has some gamification, some other elements to it to allure users. And so the vast majority of e-cigarette and pouch products on the market actually lack authorization from the United States Food and Drug Administration, FDA, making their presence on the market illegal. And so Black Americans are disproportionately impacted by hookah use as well as cigars, a cigarillo, and a little cigar use. And so we really are addressing those disparities, and thank you for the question around vaping, because we really want to make sure that people understand what kind of landscape is currently occurring.
So let's talk about the hookah, because aren't most people, because hookah bars just seem to pop up all of a sudden everywhere. You'd have maybe one here and one, far away, but now I feel like they're just populating, they're coming up everywhere. And I think that people think that because it's just pure tobacco, I think, or is it, because I don't know, that it's healthier, I'm doing air quotes, that it's not as bad for you because it's just pure tobacco with no additives in it. Is that not true?
Yeah, so in regards to hookah, it is a densely populated or densely concentrated nicotine product. And so what that means is about 1 hour of hookah is equal to about 100 cigarettes. And
what?
We look at nicotine differences. So it's significant, Michelle. We got to get our people off of it.
Yes, that's terrible.
Yes, it's significant. And so it absolutely is. And so what we have done at Truth Initiative, particularly, we have a great evidence-based program called the X Program. Mm-hmm. The X Program is a free evidence-based quit program developed in conjunction with Truth Initiative and the Mayo Clinic. It offers a personalized quit plan, interactive tech support, and access to a large online quit community that gives you the support from your peers. It's designed to be accessible anytime on your phone, online, or via text. And what makes it different, Michelle, it really is proven to work. Research shows that it can increase the odds of quitting by up to 40%. Mm. And importantly, it's free, confidential, and available nationwide. But particularly, we have a partnership with the state of Illinois. And so we're able to create, we have a special opt-in code for your listeners that they can very much listen and refer people to. And it's going to be Vape Free, IL, you can text that to 88709. And so that's Vape Free, IL, as in Illinois, to 88709. And this will enroll you and get your family and friends support to be able to help them quit through the X program.
Now, Kendric, spell that. Are you saying bake as in B as in boy, A? K?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. My country accent's coming out. Vape as in VAPE, then free, FREE, then okay. IL as in Illinois.
And 88709.
88709. Yeah.
Okay. Got it. That is so fascinating. So let's talk about THC then. And what effect does that, can we not get high anymore?
Well, there are so many different variables, Michelle, in regard to cannabis use. And so at Truth Initiative, we are currently actively focusing on nicotine addiction and also its intersection with cannabis. And so we're still doing research. We're seeing the connection between dual uses, those who are using nicotine products as well as using cannabis products. So particularly, we're still doing our research on our end. Mm-hmm. And so you can find more resources at truthinitiative.org, where you're able to create an opportunity to look through some of our resources that really address this disparity. But we really are focusing on research right now, so that we're making sure we're bringing great factual information to your listeners.
I love it. I love it. So because you're the vice president of outreach and engagement, besides doing shows like this one, what else do you do? What other outreach and what other engagements are you involved in to make sure that all people, not just Black people, but all people know about these dangers and what they can do to quit?
Yeah, so at Truth Initiative, I lead work around different audiences, particularly minority audiences. But we created about a year and a half ago an amazing coalition called the Culture and Cessation Collective. And what this is a grounding and meeting communities where they are with tailored and cultural grounded resources. And so we tailor our information and collaborations around that. And so we additionally at Truth Initiative have recently launched a new partnership with the NAACP, which has further helped in providing quick resources into communities and has disproportionately been affected by tobacco and nicotine addiction. And so my day-to-day really looks like, of course, talking to Michelle, but also creating opportunities to really engage authentically with communities and making sure that we're meeting communities with their highest need and so forth.
Do you use do you use celebrities who quit smoking to help with your message?
Yeah, so we have a very different on-ramps on how we engage the audience to really move the needle on nicotine addiction. And so we do actually work with a lot of influencers through our X program. And, you'll see if you go to our X program platforms or xprogram.com, as well as our social media handles, X Program or Truth Initiative, you'll see some of your favorite influencers and cultural shapers who are a part and on our mission to really share their stories about how they became quit and how opportunities for you as users are able to also get your quit as well. And from that, I also want to indicate from the X Program perspective that, it's been proven also that, you can clearly, with cannabis use as well, it's been successfully, people have quit with using the X Program as well. Even though it's not tailored particularly for cannabis, but people are able to use the same tools and the same resources at xprogram.com in order to particularly help them quit their cannabis use.
So,
Michelle.
I know, Kendrick, I know. But the flower is the flower. That's what the young people call it now, the flower. Back in my day, they called it the bud. But listen, I asked. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Michelle. Go ahead.
I was gonna say the reason I asked about Kendrick, can you hold on for a minute?
Sure.
Okay, because we need to take a break. I'm sorry, we were just chatting. I just totally spaced it out. We'll be right back.
This is WCPT telling you how you can shop blue. As the Donald Trump administration forces ICE to go out grabbing innocent civilians off the streets, it's just kind of ironic how MAGA and even ICE themselves enjoy eating in Mexican restaurants. So let's look at some of the biggest Mexican restaurant chains that support the Democrat Party. Del Taco and Taco Cabana. Now, Del Taco and Taco Cabana are both owned by Yadav Enterprises. The company itself does not donate to politics. However, their founder and CEO, Anil Yadav, only donates to Democrats. Taco Bueno. Taco Bueno is owned by Sun Holdings. Sun Holdings as a company does not give to politics, but their CEO does, and he's kind of varies. He's donated to Hillary Clinton, and he's also donated to Marco Rubio. However, he has never donated a single cent to Donald Trump. So MAGA, since you have a problem with undocumented immigrants but love eating their food, I have a solution. How about you go order a taco salad from Trump Tower? Don't worry, it's as authentic as your president's tan. This has been WCPT telling you how you can shop blue.
The key to unlock the next breakthrough in life-saving cancer research could be sitting in your driveway. Stand Up to Cancer's vehicle donation program makes it easy to turn your unwanted vehicle into funding to support innovative cancer research. These innovations lead to better cancer prevention, diagnosis, and treatment, which means we can help save lives right now. Cancer affects all of us. Today alone, 5,370 people in the United States will be diagnosed with cancer. It will take all of us standing up together to put an end to it. So when you're looking to get rid of your old car, truck, motorcycle, RV, or boat, why not donate it to Stand Up to Cancer? Donating is easy and tax deductible. We'll even tow your vehicle for free. You can be a driving force in cancer research. Donate your car today. Visit standuptocancer.org/cars to learn more.
Because facts matter. You're listening to WCPT 820.
It's Chew's Views with Richard Chew. Filling in for Richard Chew, it's Michelle Peltier. With her own mix of curiosity, common sense, and just enough humor to keep us all awake. Now here's your host, Michelle Peltier.
Welcome back, everybody. Who wrote those scripts for him?
I think he just improvised them.
Did I tell him I loved him today? Did I tell you I loved you today?
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Kendric, we're back.
Okay, Michelle. I really have appreciated this conversation, Michelle. As we are closing out on our segment, we just want to thank you for your time today. And I want to kind of just tell your listeners, opportunities for engaging if they are interested in being a part of our cultural sensation collective and really around the movement. They can find it at truthinitiative.org. And then also for those who are interested in quitting and passing the information on around quitting nicotine products, they can use the opt-in code VAPE, which is VAPE, free, IL as in for Illinois, and they can opt in there and get the resources they need in order to quit. And so we really appreciate your time today, Michelle. This has been great. We really are excited for the work that is going on here at Truth Initiative and the work that we have ahead of us.
Well, let me tell you, I'm so impressed with this organization. One of my favorite things about subbing for Richard is I get to learn so many new things and meet a lot of different people. And you sound like an exceptional young man, but I want to say to you that I was asking about the celebrities because I thought about Barack Obama. You know, he quit smoking a long time ago, and he might be a great ambassador for you.
Yeah, so we appreciate that, Michelle. It's interesting. Actually, Obama actually signed the Family and Smoking Act, which made it very much the FDA to be able to regulate the tobacco industry, and so it's very much on par. And so, I believe we have had so many different opportunities to engage in regards to the FDA, but we have some work to do with them and making sure that e-cigarettes and pouch products on the market do not have authorization should be presented in front of the people to know that these products are illegal. And so we just appreciate your time, Michelle. We really do.
Well, and I thank you so much for joining us today. It was so interesting. And I'm very proud of you. And I know that you're going to be successful. You're already successful. I already know that, but you're going to be even more successful because I can tell how committed you are to this work. It's important work. It matters. So thank you for laying it on the line every day, Dr. Dartis.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Michelle, for pouring into me. That means a lot.
My pleasure. My pleasure. I will let you go. You have a great day. Did you do your taxes?
Okay. I'm working on it. My accountant called me as we speak.
Okay, because we only have a few hours left, my dear.
I know. 2 hours left, but we're on our way.
All right. You have a great day. Thank you so much for spending time with us this morning.
Thanks so much. Okay. Have a good one.
You
Bye-bye.
Too. Bye-bye. Okay, we like him.
That was great,
him a lot.
Absolutely.
He's so committed. Did you see his picture?
I haven't.
He's really cute. Let me show him to you real quick.
Oh, hell yeah.
Isn't he cute?
Yeah.
Ooh, yes. Look, I'm not being a dirty old woman, y'all. I appreciate beauty. That's all I'm saying.
Of course.
We got a call?
Yeah.
Who is that? We got a call, folks. While you're taking the information, I will tell you. I have some stuff here I wanted to. Let's see. Well, Stephanie Miller's coming next, right? Followed by Tom Hartman, then Joan Esposito, live and progressive from 2 to 5 p.m. on Central. And then Driving It Home with Patty Vasquez from 5 to 7. Both on WCPT, 8:20 a.m., the Heartland Signal website, TuneIn, YouTube, and Facebook. So, we got a call? Who is it?
Hello?
Roosevelt? Can't see.
Yeah, are you there?
Yes. Hello.
Hello, how's everybody doing?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic. How about yourself?
I'm fantastic too. So what's going on? You want to talk about the Epstein files, which I should have mentioned today? We need to mention them every day.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. That's a good point. But before I do that, Michelle, I've always wanted to ask you this. Do you know who sings the song, Michelle, from the Beatles? Which Beatle?
It's Paul, wasn't it?
Hey, you got that? So every time I hear your name or I listen to Family Meeting, I think of Paul McCartney, and I could just picture him singing it because there's a video of him doing his own song. By the way, I think he wrote it himself. So
before you go to that, let me tell you something, and this will age both of us really quickly. So I was visiting a friend, and the friend said to me, do you know the song Michelle, My Belle? And I said, of course I know. It's by the Beatles. He said, the Beatles? He said, it's a rap song. So there's a song out here, a rapper. Really? Yes, and I didn't look for it. I still, now that I'm reminded of it, because he and I had this conversation about a year ago. And so, yeah, there's a rap song that's taken from that song that now young people are saying, do you know Michelle, My Belle? And it's not from the Beatles.
What isn't sampled these days, Michelle?
This is true. This is true. This is true. Okay, go ahead. What do you have to say real quick?
Okay. What do you know about the young lady at the time that was abused? And the FBI interviewed her, and there was three records of it, tapes or whatever you want to call it. Was that released yesterday or this morning? I heard something about it, that they released it today or yesterday.
I haven't seen. I have not seen anything float across my phone screen at all about that. I want to know more, though.
Yeah, really? Okay, so let me tell you this: the background of what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Well, we all know that Bundy held all that information in particular. Mm-hmm. So I think one of the I know where I heard it. It was yesterday, late last night.
Okay.
It was MTN. Oh, what's MTN? Those guys. Oh, the guys that are number one podcast.
The Midas Touch.
Midas Touch Network. That's it. Midas Touch Network. So one of the kids, I call them kids.
They are compared to me.
Yeah. So one of the kids came out with that yesterday. They've been released as of yesterday for what he was informing me or informing us. So I think that's going to blow up this morning.
Oh, okay.
And since I'm on the same subject, what do you know about Melania's 20-year-old friendship with that model from Brazil? I believe her name is Amanda Ungara.
The one who's currently threatening her.
Yeah, that's it. So,
I know about that. Yes.
Yes. So I would appreciate it if you would mention a little bit of it, and because I think the thing's coming down. There had to be something with the fact that she spoke last week. I said
I'm telling you, whoever advises them, they're all bad. Okay, not only are they bad people, but they're bad at everything too.
Exactly, they're bad at. I'm sorry, Michelle.
No, I'm sorry. I'm getting the wrap up signal. So, and there's one more call. I think I can maybe grab it. I
think we're going to be short on time, but I wanted to make sure, Michelle, because of your question of the day, here's some answers really fast before we say goodbye.
Okay.
Men are having the strength to do the correct thing for the family, community, and humanity, not being stronger than in other men. Just to show you can dominate him. Is that the goal? That's from one of our comments on YouTube. And on our Facebook page, we have real masculinity does not need to remind itself constantly. It's a strength that is apparent without preening. And there's no male or female in Christ. Michelle, back to you.
Yay! People answered the question. I'm excited. And I want to thank Area Code 501 in Arkansas. Loving you guest host, Michelle. Thanks to you and Henry. Thank you, 501. That's cool.
Thanks, 501.
All right. So we're running out of time. I really can we play that song real quick? Did you check it before I
did not.
Okay, then never mind.
We'll get ready for tomorrow.
Okay, because there's this song that a friend sent me, and it's so good. And it'll be a great way for us to start the day tomorrow.
Perfect.
You guys have a wonderful day. Get those taxes done if they're not done. If you already did your taxes and got your check back, if you got a check, spend it wisely. I don't know, have a little fun with it too. Have a great day, you guys. We'll be back tomorrow. Peace.
I've tried everything to stand out at work. Donuts, a company coffee blend, even dressed as the company mascot for Halloween.
There's an easier way, a ComEd facility assessment. Their engineer gave my company free insights and actions that saved us $732,000 on energy. Easy, right?
Learn how ComEd can help you save at ComEd.com/facility assessment. ComEd, powering lives. Savings will vary based on customers' usage and rate.
File with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They help you get your biggest refund, and then we help you do more with it. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
AP News, I'm Marcela Sanchez. President Trump says China's President Xi Jinping has denied reports that China is sending weapons to Iran. In a Fox News interview, Trump said Xi responded in a written letter after Trump wrote him following the reports that China was supplying Iran with weapons for the war. U.S. Central Command says it's achieved maritime superiority and that the blockade on Iranian ports had been fully implemented within 36 hours of its launch. Trump says a second round of talks with Iran could happen over the next 2 days. The Trump administration has said preventing Iran from gaining a nuclear weapon is the key war aim. Iran has said it isn't developing such weapons, but rejected limits on its nuclear program. In other news, a well-known pro football reporter has stepped down after a scandal involving photographs with an NFL head coach. Correspondent Gethin Coolball has more.
NFL reporter Diana Rossini has resigned from The Athletic less than a week after published photos of her and New England Patriots coach Mike Vrabel at an Arizona resort prompted an internal investigation at the New York Times-owned sports outlet. The New York Post last week published the photos of Vrabel and Rossini at the Sedona Hotel and said they were taken before the NFL owners' meetings that began in Phoenix on March 29th. Rossini joined The Athletic in 2023 after nearly a decade at ESPN, where she held various roles, including SportsCenter anchor, NFL analyst, and insider. I'm Gethin Coolball.
Forecasters are warning that storms could bring giant hail, tornadoes, and severe wind gusts to the plains and Midwest again this afternoon and evening, a day after severe storms damaged communities across the region. More stories at apnews.com. This is AP News. With the rising cost of meat, there's no better time for a meat raffle.
At the American Legion Post 150 in Waconia, Minnesota, they're holding their Friday night raffle.
Lucky number 5.
The prize is meat, ground beef, hot dogs, steaks. The money goes to charity. Joe Gifford is post commander.
Everybody has a good social time. We serve up some food, and in the meantime, you get a chance to win some meat and take it home.
Meat raffles have been popular for decades in parts of the U.S., so popular that in the Minnesota legislature, there's a bill to raise the cap that charities are allowed to offer in prizes from $70 to $200, so that the charities can offer bigger and better cuts of meat. Meat raffle winner Ashley Burris says she hasn't heard about the bill, but if it means more meat and better meat as prizes...
So you can never have too much ribeye.
I'm Donna Warder.
And I'm Marcela Sanchez, AP News.
This is 8:20 a.m. WCPT Willow Springs and streaming worldwide at WCPT820.com. We are Chicago's progressive talk, where facts matter. Now your WCPT 820 weather update.
From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. We'll see a few scattered showers and thunderstorms here for today with cloudy skies and a high into the mid-70s. We'll have winds out of the southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 25. Then for tonight, a chance for showers and storms, cloudy, a low near 62. Thursday, a chance for rain showers and thunderstorms, cloudy skies, high of 70 degrees. That's your latest Chicago weather update.
Currently, it's 66.
This is Chicago's Progressive Talk, 820 AM, WCPT Willow Springs, and online at WCPT820.com, where facts matter.
Hey Progressives, it's Richard Chu, host of Chu's Views weekdays 6 to 8 a.m. Central. We're all anxious for the 2026 midterm election to arrive so we can restore some sanity and much-needed oversight to our government. In fact, it's the most important midterm election in American history, and Chu's Views will be in the thick of it, bringing you candidate interviews on a regular basis. I'll be talking to Democratic Party hopefuls running for House and Senate at the federal and state level, as well as candidates for governor and other state and local offices.
I am in love with our ability to fight for our rights, to fight for our future, to fight for our freedoms, to fight as our ancestors fought. It's just our moment. This is just our time to stand up and to speak up. We can't give up on this.
If you miss any of the interviews live, you'll be able to find them all on WCPT's Candidate Interviews page at heartlandsignal.com/candidates. That's Choose Views weekdays from 6 to 8 a.m. on WCPT, Chicago's progressive talk for 20 years.
Spring is here and summer heat is right around the corner. Is your home ready to stay cool and energy efficient? At Green Attic, they help Chicagoland homeowners prepare their homes for rising temperatures. With over 15 years of experience and more than 1,000 five-star reviews, Green Attic is a trusted expert in attic insulation, blow-in cellulose, spray foam, crawl space encapsulation, mold remediation, and solar attic fan installation. When the sun heats up your attic, that trapped heat can force your air conditioner to work overtime. Proper insulation and ventilation helps keep your home cooler and lowers your energy bills. Green Attic also offers full-service roofing through Green Attic Roofing, including asphalt shingles, flat roofs, Da Vinci, Brava, Cedar, Tesla solar roof, and solar panels options, all backed by the industry's 10-year labor warranty. Spring is the perfect time to fix insulation problems and aging roofs before the summer heat and storm season arrive. Schedule your free insulation consultation today at greenattic.com or get an instant roofing estimate at greenatticroofing.com. Green Attic, healthy home, happy family.
Hey Google, play WCPT.
Streaming Chicago's Progressive Talk from TuneIn.